Interesting. But no. Now the corner of the poster is damp. That certainly improves the bottle. Phew, that's pungent. Excuse me.
What?
Take this.
Wacholder fruit brandy. I don't know that label.
Yes. That's the anniversary edition. Pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. I would fire the painter, but who cares? Anyway, I'm very grateful for this little bit.
My pleasure.
So, here's 5 Reichsmarks for your trouble.
Thank you. Very kind.
No, never mind. Thank you, my friend.
Well then, I'll unlock. It won't turn. Something's wrong. I'll heavily lubricate the crank transmission. Let's make some noise. My diversion worked. The soldiers are no longer paying attention to the street. This little alley leads straight to the train station. I just have to get over the fence somehow. Barbed wire. And rusty nonetheless. If I try to get over that, I'll not only injure myself, but get stuck as well. With this, the barbed wire should no longer present a problem. Let's get over then. I have the money for a ticket. I'll take the first train to Haigerloch. I should be there by late tomorrow morning. The train trip was unspectacular. I tried to sleep, but there were too many things racing through my head. There. This is Haigerloch. Now I just have to find out where the production facility is. I arrived on this train. I assume it'll stop here for a while. A small bowl. Someone must have forgotten it. Soldiers. Maybe I can find out something from them. Firewood, slightly frozen. A handy hatchet. I'll take that along. Excuse me?
Yes? May I help you?
Isn't it too cold to stand out here all day?
As long as the sun is shining, it's not so bad. Sometimes I go over to the inn to warm myself, but only when the landlord isn't there. Listen.
Yes?
You wouldn't happen to have a cigarette for me, would you?
I'm sorry, no. I don't smoke.
Pity. I'd give a lot for a cigarette. Even I have a lot of trouble getting them.
Did you see the soldiers?
Soldiers? Perhaps.
I saw them.
Whenever I see soldiers, I fade into the woodwork. I don't see anything, and I don't want to be seen.
Huh. All right. I'd like to buy the old shovel.
A good choice. The shovel is used, but it still works properly. Only 50 pfennigs.
The handle is rotten.
All right, 40 pfennigs.
And the shovel blade is rusty.
30 pfennigs?
Well, I don't know.
10 pfennigs. I can't go any lower.
Rather not.
Forget it then.
Yes. Goodbye.
So long. I'll be standing here for a while.
Father?
Yes, my son?
You're so lost in thought.
It is nothing.
Perhaps I can help you.
Nein, never mind.
What can you tell me about Haigerloch?
About Haigerloch? Well, we are all God-fearing people here, with a few exceptions, of course. But there are black sheep everywhere, and...
I meant more about the town itself.
Ah, yeah, Haigerloch is a rather old town. Its history goes back to the 11th century. At that time, it was...
Pardon me. I meant, is there a university or educational facility? Perhaps a university testing ground?
If you would pose your questions more precisely, I would not need to range so far afield, and you would not have to interrupt me.
My apologies.
Well, my son, o tempora o mores.
Errare humanum est.
But, audiatur et altera pars.
I can only say, in dubio pro reo.
Your Latin is excellent.
Only the most common phrases.
Well. Don't be so modest. But no.
No?
No educational facility, university or the like. Apart from our grammar school. There is a university in Tübingen. aber that is some 40 kilometers from here.
Fine. Thank you. The inn seems to be very old.
Yes, it is. But how old exactly, I do not know, my son.
I'm new in town. Does the landlord also rent rooms?
I believe so.
Have you seen the soldiers?
What soldiers?
There were just a couple of soldiers, weren't there?
Well, I did not see any. I was deep in thought. But in times like these, soldiers are a common sight.
I'd like to know. They went into the inn.
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious.
Oh, these days, being curious is a dangerous activity, you know.
Yes, yes. Can you tell me anything about the hawker?
Him? Homo homini lupus. He is a good hawker, I think.
But?
They say that he, well, is involved in the black market.
Faber es sui quisque fortunae.
Yes, one could say that.
Thank you, and goodbye.
It was a pleasure.
The Swan Inn. Uh-huh. Excuse me?
Yes?
You don't have many customers.
No. The war is not good for business.
I understand that. Still, I thought there'd be more people here.
War? Why?
Well, I saw soldiers come in here earlier.
You aren't from around here, are you?
No? Why?
Strangers don't often find their way here.
Yes, well, I'm just passing through.
I see.
Do you have any rooms for rent?
Yes. I have 2 guest rooms upstairs. They are empty, so you can take your pick.
Empty. I saw soldiers coming in here earlier. Aren't they billeted here?
Soldiers? You are mistaken. There are no soldiers here.
Where does that door lead?
To the cellar, where the drinks are stored. You certainly are a curious fellow, aren't you?
Yes, I am. May I see the cellar?
No, it is for employees only. Why would you want to see the cellar?
Yes, well, it's just that this building is so old, and I'm sure that the cellar has a very fine vault.
As I said, the cellar is not open to visitors.
What do you think of the hawker?
He had better watch out. He is not a respectable person.
Why?
He deals in illegal things.
Really? What, for example?
How am I to know? Just stay away from him.
The priest seems to be rather lost in thought.
So?
Do you perhaps know why?
No.
What could...
I worry about my own business.
Of course, of course.
Let's leave it at that.
See you later.
I can hardly wait.
A pack of cigarettes. There are still a couple of cigarettes in it.
Hands off. Those are mine.